Hey everyone, welcome back to Creative Differences. I'm Jarrett and I'm here with Humza.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
This week we got some news. You know, next week is the big week for news, but there was enough for us to kind of talk about a lot that came out like this morning, more than anything else. But on Monday, Nintendo had another indie game showcase, and I'm all about indie games. And I love that Nintendo, out of the big three, seems to be supporting them the most.
Absolutely. I think it's always fun to see which titles are able to come to Switch, and it's always fun because I remember I found out about it because there was some developer who was like, we finally made this game and it's coming to Switch, and it was that Hades game.
Yeah.
But we'll get back. We'll get to that. We can talk through the Indie World Showcase.
Yeah. So it actually opened with Hades, which
really?
was
awesome.
made by Supergiant. They did Transistor and Bastion. They're one of my favorite indie studios. I've been playing their games for a really long time.
Oh, I didn't realize they made Transistor and Bastion. Those games have great music.
Hades came out on early access. They announced it at Game Awards last year or 2 years ago.
Gosh, I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago when they announced the Epic Games Store. Hades Early Access was one of the first games on it.
So is it coming out of Early Access now?
It's about to launch at 1.0. It's a roguelike game that it takes place in like Greek mythology.
Yeah, it looks super fun. I love the art of all these characters.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a while. Like I've missed a couple of the updates, but it's probably my favorite game that they've made.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah, it's really good. It's got really good music. It's got really good art. I was really surprised that it got as big as it did. Because when it came out, I was like, there is a lot here. There was only like 2 levels, I think, because it's early access. But as I've watched it grow, it's been like really cool to see how they've used early access to develop the game, like through player feedback and stuff.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times with early access games, you get like, they just kind of sit there and they don't update like half of the shit on Steam.
It's just stuck with an unfinished game. But no, Hades looks super fun. I'm glad it's coming to Switch. Very interesting title.
Yeah, there's another game from the studio that made Reigns. I know what that is, but I never played it.
Oh, okay.
But it's called Card Shark, and essentially it's just about cheating at cards.
Oh, shit. Learn the art of card manipulation through high-stakes gambling set in the 18th century Europe. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so if you get caught, they like kill you. Like, it's like a whole thing. Like, it seems like a really unique kind of game. You know? I would have never thought to make a game about cheating at poker.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. I like that a lot. That's a fun idea. It looks like the art style is very like it's certainly that century of Europe, but also looks sort of pixel arty.
Then there was I'm not gonna. There was a lot of games, and I suggest you go watch the full live stream to get all of them. But I'm just gonna highlight some of the ones that I really liked.
Yeah, were there just some titles that? This game looks so cute.
Yeah, A Short Hike made by what is his name? Adam Robinson Yu. I think it came out last year.
Wait, it's only $8?
Yeah. It's super cute. It's just a game where you hike. You go on a little adventure, and there's people to talk to, and there's you can like climb and fly because you play as a bird.
Yeah. I
think in the Switch version, he's added this boat mechanic where you can drive around. But it's got this style of like a DS game almost, and kind of like that old like PlayStation kind of like low poly aesthetics.
Yeah, it's low poly with a bit of like, I don't know, kind of pixel art, but way more like dense. It's such a beautiful looking game. It reminds me of like an old Game Boy stuff. Is it out? Is there a release date for this game?
It's been out for like a year on PC, but it's just coming to Switch, so that's why they had it in the live stream.
When is it set to release on Switch?
It released that day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of the games that were at this showcase came out.
Oh, hell yeah.
On the day.
Oh, that's awesome. I was thinking about it. I was like, I that game looks really cute. This game.
Yeah. There's also a sale going on for indie games right now on the eShop.
Whoa.
So if that's your jam, definitely check that out.
Yeah. I haven't played my Switch in forever.
Yeah, me either. It's been a while.
This is certainly a game to get into it.
There was another game called The Red Lantern that I really liked. It's this like Alaskan kind of
we love Balto.
Yeah. So you have like a dog sled team and you're trying to survive, and there's it's story driven, but there's like roguelike elements of different things that could happen depending on what you do.
That's awesome.
So you have to like, manage your own like health and food and take care of the dogs, and you kind of bond with them.
Yeah. Survive the Alaskan tundra in this story-driven survival adventure game as you find your way home with your team of 5 sled dogs. It looks to be like a sort of low poly-esque design.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of painterly almost.
Yeah, it looks almost similar to like Firewatch.
Yeah, definitely.
Which, side note, is set to get a movie sometime soon.
Yeah, I think that's been in talks for a while. I've never played it because I'm not big on walking around games.
That was the first Strand game.
Yeah, but this game, The Red Lantern, it's fully voiced, and it looks like it's gonna have like a interesting story, and it's gonna have gyro controls if you play on handheld, which is kind of cool.
That's awesome.
And that comes out later this year.
That's great.
There was tons of games, like I said, lots of really good stuff from small studios. They ended with a cute little announcement from Untitled Goose game. They're adding a second Goose, so you can play with a friend.
Yeah, multiplayer coming out, I believe, on the 23rd of August, so it should be pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
In a couple days.
Yeah. It's always kind of fun to find out.
At first, I thought it was a sequel.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit, we're getting Untitled Goose Game 2.
Nah, it's just co-op, it looks like, but... Yeah, that might be a game I pick up, and because I always got interested in it, but I never I think at the time it came out, I was playing Breath of the Wild for the first time, but
definitely the same game.
But that's super cool. That's super cool that they're having co-op with it and multiplayer and a bunch of great stuff from Nintendo as always.
A couple weeks ago, and another indie showcase that wasn't from Nintendo. It was from Day of the Devs, which is a thing run by Tim Schafer.
Oh, that's awesome.
But they're this gaming company called, I think it's not Limited Run Games. I think it's a different one, but it's one of those companies that makes physical releases for indie games. And they are trying out their first like completely eco-friendly package.
Oh shit!
For Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it costs a lot of money. Like I think it was like $40.
Oh shit!
But
like
they're
physical copy.
but you get like a whole bunch of stuff in it.
A whole bunch of jazz.
Yeah. And I thought it was cool that they were kind of trying to focus on making it environmentally friendly.
Absolutely. Because when you think about like distribution and just individual people having those big plastic things,
because I don't really buy physical games anymore, and I started thinking about that. I was like, if they I like those companies that make those indie game packages, because it's a lot more than you would get from just like the new Call of Duty at GameStop.
Absolutely.
You usually get like little stickers or like posters or something revolving around the game that feels a little bit more like a worth a purchase, Yeah,
that's terrific. So we've got that, and our next topic is about PlayStation.
Yeah, they had their first big ad come out, and it's about the Dualsense and the haptic feedback in the controller. Yeah,
they had their like little ad showing off some stuff, and that was pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, so they had a whole blog post about their DualSense 5 controller. So.
Yeah. So some of the first party and exclusive games, their dev teams kind of talked about what you can expect from the haptic feedback in their games.
Let's go through the games that are utilizing
that. Spider-Man, Deathloop, Ghostwire, Horizon Forbidden West, Demon's Souls, Godfall, Ratchet and Clank.
Let's talk about what they're using the haptic feedback for. Start with Miles Morales, because it seemed like they talked about how they want to use that feedback for like sensing when people are about to attack you and for like changing up how it feels, which is super cool because I always like having that controller vibration, and I think that if they really want to advance that of just having more and different levels and utilizing the triggers and everything, it's always fun technology to just have. I think it just helps make the game feel more dynamic.
Because the Switch has they pushed some haptic feedback tech in the Joy-Cons, but I feel like the Dualsense is really going all out.
Yeah. They're really embracing it, because right now the only thing I have with like haptic feedback is like my phone.
Yeah.
And even that isn't like used super often, so it was really nice to have this game utilize that.
Yeah, and it's a good way to like make a mechanic out of the spider sense, you know, if like you can actually kind of feel which direction you're about to get hit from.
Absolutely.
Deathloop was talking about how they're going to kind of overhaul how guns feel with, because it's a first-person shooter using the haptic feedback. So like they talked about if your weapon jams, you physically won't be able to push on the triggers.
Yeah, the triggers will lock, which is a super fun mechanic, because that, like, I don't know, I think nothing's really done that before, where it's it actually prevents you from doing it. It makes it feel super physical, and I think that's a really fun immersive feature.
Yeah, we also got some bad news about Deathloop earlier this week, that that it's getting delayed to Q2 next year, which is fine. Take all the time you want, but I was really looking forward to playing that game. But I'm sure it'll be even better by the time it actually comes out, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting that Deathloop was delayed to the time Cyberpunk was supposed to come out, you know?
Yeah.
Like that time frame. But yeah, I don't know. If they feel that they need that much time to work on it, absolutely.
Everyone's losing launch titles out here.
I want to positively reinforce that delays are typically a good thing for a game, and if you really care for it, you want to, you know, allow the developers to have time to make it really good.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what they want to focus on.
Yeah,
for the delay, because we really haven't even seen that much of Deathloop, you know, so far. So I'm interested to see what they want to expand on.
Yeah, maybe just some more polish. I'm sure
yeah.
everything with COVID going on certainly pushed some things, but yeah.
Ghostwire Tokyo is kind of talking about the same things, because it's also going to be a first-person game, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's like a first-person game, but it's not like an FPS.
No.
You have like certain weapons and abilities and stuff. Then they're utilizing this like feedback and all sorts of things for their weapons and whatnot. Cool stuff.
Yeah, Horizon said the same thing. You know, their weapons are going to feel different.
Yeah.
Demon Souls, same thing.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about Demon Souls in a minute.
Yeah.
But Godfall, same thing. Weapons are just going to feel like they actually, you know, have weight to them now, I guess, is what is the big picture for the Dualsense.
Absolutely. Ratchet and Clank was talking about how they want to utilize, you know, utilizing the triggers for certain things, whether that's like certain weapons have to use both and whatnot. But I don't know. I feel like this is going to really change up how games are sort of felt, you know, with haptic feedback.
Yeah.
Giving more levels to that. More than just controller vibration.
And it makes me wonder if games outside, like, because, like, let's take Deathloop, for example. That's going to be launching on PS5 and PC. Would I be able to use my DualSense on the PC version and still get that haptic feedback? Because
that's a good question.
That's something that I really, because I play a lot of games on PC. I'm going to be playing tons of games on PC, you know, for the rest of the year. But like, you don't really get that feedback when you play on mouse and keyboard.
No, you can't have a vibrating keyboard.
No, it doesn't work like that. And I feel like I'm missing part of the game if I can't play it like that. You know?
Absolutely. Like it makes it feel more exciting to a certain level.
So I'm hoping that's the case.
Absolutely. I think that would be tremendous if these PlayStation 5 titles that are also coming on a PC can have DualSense 5 like support for their games. Like, I feel like if I plug in just the controller to my PC, it should be pretty like frictionless.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if the support for the DualSense is going to be at launch or not, because you know, with Deathloop getting delayed, that makes my purchase of a PS5 not seem likely at launch.
Yeah, absolutely. That certainly now pushes.
That was a big, you know, get for me.
Yeah,
you know, Spider-Man's there, but I wanted something else to play too.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Gran Turismo 7 talked about utilizing the same trigger and haptic feedback for their like ABS, like brakes and pedals and stuff, which is always kind of fun. I always felt that like with racing games, controller vibration just didn't feel right. I think the Xbox One controller did a little bit better with their triggers, but yeah, I want that technology to just be furthered and have more interesting stuff. Have
Xbox said anything about haptic feedback in the Series X controller?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about haptic feedback. I think they're just doing the same kind of controller vibration and trigger vibrations.
So there's a potential that the Dualsense might be the superior controller this gen.
Yeah, maybe. I won't be picking up the Xbox Series X, but I'll definitely get that controller because I like the Xbox controllers.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. If the DualSense gets PC support, I might just buy that at launch. If that's an option, if I can just buy a controller.
Absolutely. I just hope it's as easy as it is with an Xbox controller. Because with that Windows support, it's just immediate connection. Yeah. But, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to put on our little speculation hats, our little Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, boy hats. I love Victorian boy pants.
Yeah. So we got some stuff about Demon Souls. It's been rated in Korea and Japan.
What was the rating? Does it say?
I can't read Korean.
I can't read Korean either. Does anyone say what it says?
It's probably just like, I don't know what rating system Japan and Korea uses, but it's probably just, the normal, like the equivalent of what M would be for us,
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's like a Reddit post going around talking about how the ratings for these PS exclusive or these PlayStation exclusive titles, they kind of hover around very close to when they actually come out. Oh,
so you're saying that once a game is rated, they come out pretty soon? Yeah, that's what it always kind of feels like.
So there's a lot of speculation that Demon Souls might be close to launch for the PS5, if not on launch day, within the few months after it.
I kind of thought that when it was announced we'd get it sometime before the end of the year, and that lines up now with, let's say, like the average of a game being rated that comes out within a window of 3 months. That makes sense.
I've never played Demon Souls.
Neither have
I had a PS3 when it came out, but I wasn't aware of those kinds of games.
Yeah, never played. The only Dark Souls game I've played is 3 and Sekiro. That's really about it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Dark Souls, but I really like Bloodborne and Sekiro, so I'm I want to try this game out. It looked cool in that trailer.
Yeah, I think that they really did a good job of remaking it from the trailers. I don't know how good that'll be when the game comes out.
I don't think it's FromSoft. I think the studio's called Blue Point. I don't think they're not the same ones that did the remaster for Dark Souls 1. They're a different company.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. We might be getting this remaster pretty soon.
Yeah, and that would be a good. That would be a good, combination, if it was near launch, before the end of 2020, like you have Spider-Man, Demon Souls, Cyberpunk, Yeah. That's a pretty solid launch, lineup. It's better than what the PS4 had.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of I think you're right about there being a much better title library. Yeah.
On Xbox, you just play your old shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
On Xbox, it's just going to be people continuing to play whatever they're playing right now. So,
moving on from that, we got some news this morning about the second location in Hitman 3 and some other news about how you're going to be able to play Hitman 3. It's in England. It's very much a Knives Out kind of story.
Yeah.
There's a murder in a mansion and the family is real shady and has a dark past. Yeah. But they hire a detective and they're implying that you can take on that role as Agent 47. He can come in as the detective. And I love when the Hitman levels in this trilogy kind of change how because of the location, you have to play a character kind of to move around the level.
This is way more dynamic than I thought it would be, for a Hitman game. It feels like almost an entirely different game.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I love that a lot. You can be you can be Daniel Craig.
Yeah, exactly. That's the vibe that I was getting.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. You can be Poirot Dublanc.
But then we got some news that is controversial to say the least, because Hitman 3 will be a timed exclusive on the Epic Games Store for PC.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine for me. I was like, I'm interested to see how if you have Steam saves like I do, because I have the first 2 games on Steam. Would I be able to transfer that over to Hitman 3, you know?
Yeah.
That's the issue that a lot of people have, is they have these first two games on Steam, you know, how are they going to let you, you know, bring your save over?
Yeah. That's a good question. I hope that there's some things you can do with that. That would suck if it's like your slaves have to be some sort of exclusive thing, but yeah, no, I think it looks really cool. Hitman's always been a title that I'm not super familiar with, but this third one's got me excited.
Yeah, and they announced, I think starting next week on the 27th, you can pick up the first game on Epic Games Store for free.
Oh, that's awesome. I'll probably do that.
Yeah, because you haven't played any of them, right?
No, I haven't played a single Hitman game at all. Whether it's these new ones or any old ones or anything, but yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah, Hitman being a January launch, or like having that January launch, is going to fill that gap, because that early start of the year is always pretty dead.
Oh yeah.
So having a big game like that at the start is going to be fun.
Absolutely, it'll be good times.
And we're gonna kind of round out the episode with some Call of Duty news. Not something I'm super interested in, but I find it interesting that they how they reveal it, because they're trying to do like an ARG kind of. A little bit,
yeah. So we have the first teaser for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Not Black Ops I, because they knew that if they did that, everyone would make fun of them.
That's not the Roman numeral for 5.
No, it's not. It wasn't for 4 either. They just had 4 eyes.
That's really funny. But yeah, so this teaser is kind of cool because it's certainly way more political, and it really wants to revolve around what's going on around now, of just knowing your history. So it's a super different tone for Call of Duty. It's piqued my interest.
Yeah.
We'll be getting more reveal for the actual game.
I think the game is coming out on the 26th, right?
Yeah. So the reveal will be on the 26th. This is an interesting title because the community for Call of Duty wants to continue with Warzone and Modern Warfare, and I could certainly see that being an alternative of just like, you know, that's what people wanted to happen, is just support Modern Warfare for a little bit instead of doing a whole different game with a whole different multiplayer. But yeah, no, they're doing Call of Duty and Black Ops Cold War, and it seems like their campaign wants to be very political and realistic to the Cold War era.
Yeah, and it's always interesting because a lot of these games, I've noticed in Call of Duty and like Ubisoft games, you know, when they try to get political, they don't actually do it.
No, they always try to like go around it. Like, I really want Call of Duty to be like, yo, the U.S. military is fucked, and talk about that kind of shit, because that's important. But I don't think that they'll do that because they can't really, they can't really advertise that. And they can't really...
There's a lot of business decisions that make sense of why they don't do it. It just feels weird that if you want to like make your game touch on these subjects but say it's not political, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, because the Ubisoft Legion wants to talk about like police Big Brother control, but is not talking about like, you know, the actual police.
Yeah, they had to make it like a company.
Yeah, they had to make it like a whole different military thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know. It's all like real. Like that interview with this teaser was real. There has been some ARG stuff with Warzone.
They've been teasing it in Warzone, and the whole map of Warzone is like connected to like the Cold War kind of. So
yeah,
I know they were talking about it a couple weeks ago, but they said that they want Warzone to connect to like future games, you know. So it makes me wonder how this game, because this game feels like it's had a smaller development time, you know. Than usual Call of Duty. So it makes me wonder if this might just be the campaign, and that they're going to introduce multiplayer aspects of it through Warzone.
Maybe that'd be cool. Interesting.
And
I'm not sure.
It also makes me wonder about zombies, because Black Ops has typically had a zombie mode in all of their games, right? I think even 4 had zombies, if I remember right.
Call of Duty 4?
Or Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4, yeah. All these Black Ops ones have had zombies, and all the ones that are not Black Ops have also had weird zombie.
So are we gonna get like Ronald Reagan zombie mode? Like,
I don't know, man. It's super interesting because there's so much that can happen here. But I'm sure that it'll be all right. Of just another Call of Duty game. I'm excited to see like how it looks graphically, like a next gen Call of Duty. I hope it looks real pretty. I hope that we can see some really cool stuff. But Yeah,
that's why I think it might just be a campaign, because this has had a smaller development time and it's launching, for next gen.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to be hand in hand with Warzone.
Yeah, you want to focus in on just having campaign. That would make sense. It's not the most revenue-based Call of Duty plan, but yeah, no, if the next Call of Duty was just campaign, that'd be kind of cool, considering that their last Black Ops was just multiplayer.
And I could be wrong. That's just my speculation, because I feel like if it was just campaign, they would have to also lower the price point, and I don't think they're going to do that because Activision makes a fuck ton of money and they're not going to give that up.
The only Call of Duty that has ever come out that is just campaign is actually Modern Warfare 2's remake that came out pretty recently.
And that was like a full $60, right?
No, it was $20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was the only Call of Duty game that's only campaign.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But yeah, it's really about it for this week of news.
Shorter episode. Next week, we'll be talking about the DC news, because that's going to happen this weekend.
The Fandom.
I fucking hate that name. So it's so stupid. And then on Thursday is the 2-hour on, what is it called?
What?
One Night Live for Gamescom.
Oh, yeah.
That's on Thursday next week. It's going to be a 2-hour show. I found that out this morning. So that makes me think Elden Ring is gonna be there.
a big reveal.
Yeah.
So a big show.
A good way to round off the summer.
Absolutely.
Moving into next gen.
Some fun stuff to look forward to.
Yeah. Some definitely next week is gonna be big. So we'll be taking a little bit of a break from Boys Cast for a minute to talk about all that news next week.
Yeah, we want to cover it we want to get as much coverage as we can.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Stay safe, and yeah.
Nah, COVID's a hoax, dude. No, we can't say that. We have to edit that out now.
Edit that out.
Edit it out. No, I'm leaving it in.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, stay safe. We're both college students. College is starting back up again.
College is fucked.
Yeah, so hopefully you don't have to go to in-person classes and get some fucking weird kid to go into your mouth.
All right, stay safe. Kill your mom.
Kill your mom. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that's our line.
Okay, bye everybody.
Goodbye.